lots of reasons to do that, but let me tell you top 3 benefits. The first one is, if you are a Lean Six Sigma green belt or a black belt, you can improve any process in any industry. Now, which organization would not like to have a person who can improve the processes, reduce the costs, improve the profits, improve the customer satisfaction, and they reduce a lot of waste or rework happening in the organization? So that is one. Second is, by getting certified from a reputed organization like us, and let me tell you, I love to train people. I would love to train you too. If you get certified, this will definitely improve your employment opportunities, because nowadays Lean Six Sigma green belt and black belt certifications are no longer good to have or nice to have. They have become must-have certifications. Many of the job opportunities, and you can look around, they want you to be a Lean and Six Sigma, a certified professional. Even though you don't want to change your career to a quality professional, still, as a Lean and Six Sigma green belt and black belt, you are able to contribute positively towards whatever job you are doing. So that was the second one. And the third reason is that in the long run, if you want, you can be an independent consultant like me. That means once you have got the skills to improve the processes in the organization, and if you have practiced this a little bit more, once you are a black belt or a master black belt, you can confidently walk into an organization and say, yes, I can solve your problems. And then you can be self-employed too. Of course, there are many more benefits, but if you have any specific question related to this, please ask your question in the comments, and I would like to give you an answer in my videos. Lean and Six Sigma is an improvement methodology which reduces costs, defects, errors, cycle times, and increases the customer satisfaction, resulting in better efficiency and higher profits. In short, it does whatever a CEO or a shareholders want. It is used in all domains, be it manufacturing, services, oil and gas, IT, construction, banking, healthcare, textile, telecom, BPO, and whatnot. Here, we convert the improvement opportunities in the organizations to projects and train people like you who are working in these processes as green belts and black belts who execute those projects in 5 phases: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. In define phase, we set the direction for improvement by writing a problem and goal statement and forming a project team. In measure, we collect the data and understand how the process is performing. In analyze, we analyze the root causes. We map the process, identify the waste, use cause and effect diagram, Pareto analysis, graphical analysis, and hypothesis tests. In improve phase, we generate ideas to take care of root causes using lots of tools like brainstorming, mistake proofing, FMEA, etc. And in control phase, we sustain the improvements for a long time by using process management and control charts. To become a black belt, you just need to know addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and of course, a lot of fire in the belly. Do I need to tell you that? Of course, it is Anexas where professionalism meets fun and where people fall in love with statistics and process improvement. Well, that's what our clients tell us. And we take pride in telling that we are the best. If you are not doing Six Sigma with us, then you are missing something.
We'll be starting the session maybe in 2-3 minutes as people are still joining in. So just let us wait for some more people. Yeah, one video, and then after that, I'll start the session.
Welcome to Yellow Belt Training. You can only stay ahead of competition by putting your best foot forward and by enhancing your skill set. Similarly, organizations need to put their best quality forward in order to stay ahead of competition, be it in terms of products or services or customer satisfaction. In today's training, that is exactly what we are going to do. Lean and Six Sigma Yellow Belt will show you the importance of Lean and Six Sigma in both your personal and professional life and will set a strong foundation for further levels. In this 2-hour session, you will learn about the tools and techniques that Lean and Six Sigma Black Belt use, some concepts of Lean and Six Sigma, real-time projects, and how Lean Six Sigma is applied to them, and a lot more. We are sure that after this training, you will see the world with a fresh pair of eyes. Join us in this Yellow Belt session and become well versed in the foundation elements of Lean and Six Sigma methods. Become capable of assisting and improving processes. Improve your skill sets to become a part of the team focusing on complex improvement projects led by green or black belts. Apply DMAIC in your work and push your boundaries to do better in every process you are a part of. Once again, welcome to Anexas Yellow Belt training. I have designed this training based on my 32 years of experience in the industries, both in manufacturing and services. So once again, welcome to the Yellow Belt training.
Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to the training, and it's a pleasure to have all of you here. And yeah, I hope you are able to see me and also see the screen. And before we start, let me ask you certain questions. So let me ask you some questions. If you can tell me what is your current knowledge about Lean and Six Sigma? Okay, so most of you have heard the term, but don't know much. And some people are aware of the basics. Okay. So first 1 hour, I will assume that you don't know anything, and we'll start from ground zero. And then as we proceed, in the next 1 hour, I'll upgrade you to the intermediate level. Yes, some more questions for you. Okay, so I can see people are there to enhance the skills, most of you. Okay, and the next one. Okay, so people from healthcare, manufacturing, construction, engineering, equally almost joining. Okay, IT as well. Okay. And many of you are from quality, so it's very, very good program for all those quality professionals and operations professionals, supply chain, engineering, marketing. See, Lean and Six Sigma is applicable to all processes, all domains. So that's what you are going to learn in today's session. Okay, and so let me give you the agenda. Okay, most of the people are from quality here. Thank you. And can we go to the next question? And so let me give you the agenda for the for today. What we are going to talk about. So we are going to look at the. Can we close the poll, please? Okay. So introduction to Anexas, about the company, then about myself, Lean Six Sigma benefits, introduction to Lean Six Sigma. And then I will introduce you to DMAC. DMAC is define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So these are the 5 phases. When you do Lean Six Sigma project, you follow these 5 phases. We'll learn about them. And we'll see some applications in the industry. The best part would be we'll do a project together. So after 1 hour of basic understanding of what Lean Six Sigma is and some basic tools and techniques, I'll introduce you to the DMAC and we will do a project simultaneously as we learn the tools. And if still we have some time left, then we can also discuss some extra lean topics. And let me start with the introduction to Anexas. So once again, welcome everyone. And about me and about the organization, a very quick look about me as well as the organization, just with the video.
Hi, welcome to Anexas. Anexas has been consulting and training the professionals in the organizations around the world since 2006, and we have trained more than 150,000 people and consulted for more than 500 organizations, which includes Fortune 100 organizations too. I'm Amitabh Saxena, and I have designed this program based on my 30 years of experience while working in various industries across many domains. The whole Anexas team once again joins me in welcoming you.
So this program is brought to you by almost 50 people spread around the world who are our team members. And on behalf of everyone, I would like to welcome you. We have trained more than 150,000 professionals in Lean and Six Sigma, project management, quality related, Power BI, AI, machine learning, etc. I'm a chemical engineer, MBA finance, also an amateur poet. I keep writing poetry as well, apart from doing Lean Six Sigma consulting and training. And I'm a data scientist, also 34 years of experience, consulted for more than 200 organizations, including 15 Fortune 100 companies. And lots of people have trained around the world thanks to online training as well as offline means in the classroom. Some photographs also I'll show you so that you can believe me that I have been doing these training programs. Spoken in various conferences also, and you too can achieve all these things and much more. And you'll be learning not only from my experience, but also from what my students have taught me. Some of the photographs around the world where I have done training programs. I started in Europe and then moved on to Middle East, India, Australia. And these are the primary areas where we are doing the training. I also take pride in telling that I conducted the first ever Lean and Six Sigma Black Belt training in whole of Middle East, the open house training. And it was very well received back in 2006. Okay. And won some awards in various forums, appeared on TV shows.
Hi, I'm Shekhar Sivan, and I wish to congratulate all the Six Sigma certified black belt from Anexas. All the best.
And a quality conferences, quality.
On 21st of May 2019.
So I have many videos to Saudi Railways, Indian Railways, and American Railways. They are all our clients. Apart from that, refineries, manufacturing companies. This is a biscuit manufacturing company. I keep writing articles in newspapers in Hindi, Urdu, English, and translated into Arabic as well. And this is Deputy Health Minister of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Dr. Tariq Al-Ama, and now Dr. Muhammad Abdul Ali. They're all attended our sessions. So with that, I think let us start our journey, and we will talk about the Lean and Six Sigma benefits. So can you tell me what are the basic, what are the common points? What are the things which you see are common here in these bullet points? A manufacturing company improves production by 30%. A hospital reduces discharge time of patients from 3 hours to 15 minutes. 64% reduction in recruitment time in multinational company. Hotel improves customer experience and increases bookings to almost 2 times. A bank reduces errors and cycle times by 80% with enhanced customer satisfaction. And insurance claims time reduced by 70%. What are the things you see common here? And you can write in the chat box. I can see. I think Mohammed is telling that you can't hear me. Just log out and log in. I think you'll be able to hear me. So Salwa is telling statistical data is used. Yeah. Alexander is telling improvements, and yeah, Emmanuel, reduction of waste. You're telling Vinayak is telling about reduction and improvement of our common things. Yes, everything is about improvement. And one more thing, they are all Lean and Six Sigma projects. So let us see what do we mean by Lean and Six Sigma project. What is Lean and Six Sigma? So if you ask me what is Lean and Six Sigma, I will give a one sentence from my perspective. Lean and Six Sigma is about doing improvement projects in processes. So let me explain this a little bit. Process is something which is done again and again. You keep repeating. You know, when we're talking about process is something which you keep repeating again and again on a every day. You do the same thing, like same steps you follow, and you deliver an output. Say, for example, just to give a simple example, going to office is a process. This is something which you keep repeating again and again. There is a series of steps, and you repeat them again and again. Manufacturing is a process. Treating a patient is a process. Writing a software program is a process. Most of you are involved in processes. Everyone is involved in processes. So this is process. Process is something which is repeated again and again over the period of time. What is a project? Project is a one-time endeavor. Means it is executed only once in the you can say history of the world. Means before that it had never happened, and after this it will never happen again. That means something which is done only one time, once in the history of the universe. That is a project. So now, let me give an example. Suppose you are manufacturing. Manufacturing is a process. You are manufacturing, let's say, chocolates. Manufacturing 100 tons per day chocolate. This is a process. But if you do a project increasing the daily production of 100 tons per day to 105 tons per day, that becomes a project. Similarly, treating a patient is a process, or discharging a patient from the hospital is a process. But if I do the project, like reducing the patient discharge time in a hospital, that is a project. So project has got a starting point, it has an end point, it doesn't exist after some time. And when we are talking about a project has got a deadline also. So project is one-time endeavor executed in a process. Process is something which happens over the period of time. So I hope this is clear. So these are all projects. If you see what I just mentioned, they are all projects, Lean and Six Sigma projects. And these projects actually result in cost reduction, improvements of satisfaction, customer satisfaction, etc. So what Lean Six Sigma professional can do, he can reduce the costs, he can reduce the defects, he can reduce the waste, rework, cycle time, quality, production efficiency, productivity, customer satisfaction, capacity, profitability, resilience. So almost everything what the CEO wants. So who would not love a person? All CEOs would love such a person who can achieve all these things. So Lean and Six Sigma professionals are highly in demand. Whatever you are doing, apart from what you are doing, you can also execute whatever you are capable of achieving as a professional. You are a, let's say, engineer. You still remain an engineer, but you become a better engineer. If you are a doctor, you still remain a doctor, but you become a better doctor. You are a nurse, same is true. And if you're an IT professional, you still become you still remain an IT professional, but you become a better IT professional because you are capable of improving your processes. Also, if you are very serious about process improvement, you can also become a master black belt. So green belt, black belt, and master black belts are the three courses usually you do after yellow belt, which can make you a hardcore Lean and Six Sigma professional, and you can become an independent professional also. Once you become a master black belt, you can be on your own. You can walk into any organization confidently and say, I can make positive improvements in your organization. I would let us first start with what is Lean and Six Sigma. Or before that, let me tell you who's a yellow belt, green belt, black belt, and master black belt. Yellow belts are those who are aware of the basic tools and techniques used in Lean Six Sigma, but they can't do a project. They would not be able to do a project. But green belts are those who can do the project. So they have not only learned the tools and techniques, but they will also, they are able to execute a project. They can use these tools and techniques to improve a process. Black belts know some more tools and techniques, and they are able to improve, they are able to lead bigger improvement projects. They can do projects cutting across various departments, and usually black belt projects save a lot of money. Green belt projects also save money. Black belt projects save more money. And the master black belts are those who can guide the green belts and black belts as they do the project. Rohan is asking, can we apply these to in personal life? Of course, all the tools you can apply in personal life. Yes, of course. So I will give you many tools. One of the tools I can give it to you. It's useful in all industries: manufacturing, healthcare, supply chain, IT, construction, failure modes and effects analysis, FMEA. Although today I will not be describing FMEA in our session, but I will give you a 15-minute video which gives you all the details of FMEA, how to do an FMEA, and I have also given a day-to-day life example, very simple example to understand the FMEA. By the way, that video has got 2 million views, so you can always watch. That's a link I have given to you. Please use FMEA. A lot of people have reduced their weight using FMEA, quit the smoking using FMEA, increase the number of friends using FMEA. Apart from, of course, industries have improved their production, productivity, reduce the errors, reduce the fatal errors in hospitals. FMEA is a very, very popular tool prescribed by JCI also, and ISO 9000 as well. So FMEA is one of the tools, just to answer your question. Yeah. So now let us come back. So we have yellow belts, green belts, black belts, and master black belts. And they deliver the projects. Now let us see what is Lean and what is Six Sigma. So you are doing a project, you can use different sets of tools. The best way is to use both Lean as well as Six Sigma. Some people say, oh, Lean is better. Some people say Six Sigma is better. Why not use both? Because both lead to improvements. Sometimes you can use Lean, sometimes you can use Six Sigma. So anything which works well, a combination is a very good combination. You can reduce your costs and improve your productivity, improve your quality using Lean and Six Sigma. And that's what we are going to learn. So Lean is about, and just to give you a brief overview, because I see people from healthcare also, people from manufacturing also, supply chain also, IT also. I'll try to give examples from every domain. Okay, so for Lean, I'll try to give examples from healthcare. Although please understand that the tools are generic tools. They are not only applicable to a particular domain, they are applicable to all domains. So please be aware of that fact. Means when I'm giving an example of manufacturing, it is the same tool used in healthcare also. So there is no such program like Lean and Six Sigma for construction, Lean and Six Sigma for healthcare, Lean Six Sigma for manufacturing, nothing like that. Everything is the same tools. It's the same tools and techniques that are applicable to all domains. Only thing is you have to choose your process. So we'll give you a model, the DMAC model, which can be applied to all industries. Let us look at the first part, the lean part on the left side. If you see, lean is about map the process as it is. As it is means the way you are doing things, the way you are executing a process. Map the process as it is. And how to do that? You have to go to the field, go to the workplace, go Gemba. They call it as Gemba. Gemba means go to the place of action, go where the action is taking place. Don't sit on your desk and also in the office and try to imagine how the things are taking place in your organization. Map the process by going to the workplace and note down each and every step. And when you note down each and every step, you will find that a lot of steps are taking place which are not adding any value, So in such situations, you can remove those steps or at least reduce the time spent on those non-value added activities. And this we call it as lean. Lean means reducing the wasteful steps, non-value added steps. Waste is also known as muda in Japanese. And also you can apply techniques like pokayoke. Pokayoke means mistake proofing. Even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. So design your process in such a way that even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. Pokayoke also means in Japanese foolproofing. Foolproofing means even a foolish person cannot commit a mistake. Yeah. Foolproof a process. So even if you want to commit a mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. So that is what is, these are all lean tools. There's something called, else called 5S. If you are interested in learning about 5S, both in English and Arabic, I've got a video. You can always see these videos. These videos are all available on our Anexas channel. It's totally free to subscribe to that channel. You can subscribe to Anexas channel, and all the videos of the tools are given. What is the use, how to use the tools in a very, very simple language and simple way of understanding, taking day-to-day life examples. We have explained them. So you can always become, you can always subscribe to an Anexas channel, and right away, please go ahead and do that. So the 5S is very much there, and 5S link also we'll send. I will be giving you a lot of links later on. If you are interested, you can watch those videos and learn more tools. And of course, apart from becoming a yellow belt, you can also become I can say, greenish yellow belt, because you can also learn some more tools which are used in green belts. So let us take an example of different types of waste in our process. So we say that there are 7 wastes: overproduction, waiting, transportation, overprocessing, inventory, rework, and rejection. Overproduction means producing more than required, because you have to store that and your money is stuck in that inventory. So that is known as wastes. Waiting means I'm waiting for you to complete the job. So my previous process is making me wait. They are not completing the job and I'm just waiting, means sitting idle. That is waiting time. Transportation, moving the things from one place to another place, which is not adding any value. Over processing means giving to the customer something more than required. So usually you'll find that we have certain steps which will add value to the customer. Some steps are not adding any value, but still we keep on doing. So such steps are known as non-value activities. Inventory, the money is stuck again. Work in process inventory also. Rework, rejections, all these underutilized resources, they are all examples of waste. Then we have Six Sigma. Six Sigma is about reducing the variation in the process. So we'll learn about Six Sigma after a while, maybe after 30 minutes. But let me give an example of lean from healthcare industry. And for other examples, I'll give manufacturing. Don't worry. And the best part about, as I'm repeating, best part is that you will find this tools are common. So same tools are applicable to all industries. Identifying the muda. These are the 7 or 8 waste. One way of remembering the waste is I swim to, or you can rearrange them in another word called Tim Woods or another word called downtime. So these are mnemonics, you can say, to remember the 7 or 8 wastes. So nowadays, waste has been added. Waste of intelligence means you hire a PhD person, give him data entry job. It's waste of his talent, waste of his skill, waste of his intelligence. So a lot of ideas are not utilized by the organizations, and that's waste. A lot of intellectual power is present in the organization, but they are not able to utilize. That's waste. Then we have scrap, rework, defects in production. That is again a waste. You are making mistakes and you are wasting the time of the organization, the resources of the organization by reworking. Anything starting with re is a waste. Review, redoing, because you first committed a mistake, and after committing the mistake, we have again spent money. First, you spent a lot of money and resources for executing a work which is of no use. It's a defective product, defective service, and then you again rework on it. It costs a lot of money. Then waiting is a waste. Inventory, motion, transportation. Let us take some example from healthcare industry. And I'll just move quickly because these wastes are hidden wastes. Some of the wastes are obvious, but the hidden waste like overpricing, overtime, overstaffing, these are all wastes. So let us take an example. One of the hospitals I did, more than 50 hospitals I've consulted. Apart from that, more than 8 petrochemical companies, Aramco, Sabic, ADNOC, Oman Oil, the Reliance Industries, all of them are my clients. Best of the best hospitals in whole of Middle East, UK, National Healthcare Service, they are all my clients. So this was a Chinese hospital, I think, and Japanese hospital also, Sakura Hospital. We have done training programs and consulting there also, done lots of projects. If you're willing to, and towards the end also, I'll tell you how Lean Six Sigma is implemented in the organization. Okay, that also I'll tell you. But let me introduce you to the Lean first. Then I'll tell you how Lean Six Sigma is implemented in an organization typically. And then I will talk about Six Sigma and we'll do a DMAC project together. Those who joined a little late, I'm just repeating the same agenda for them. Now let us look at the blood test processing time. Walking to OPD, is it adding any value to the customer? See, customer is not willing to pay for that. If you look at the customer, see, let's say I am a customer, I'm a patient, I go to the hospital. Now, what is the value I'm trying to get it from this whole process of blood test? I want to know the health status. What is the status of my health? That is the value I'm looking at. But what you are telling me, you walk to the OPD, walking is not adding any value. Registered in OPD, it is not adding any value. It's not giving me the status of my health. Walking to lab, waiting, these are all wasteful activities. Maybe drawing blood is a value added. So there are only 2 value added steps apart from so many other steps. What does it mean? We are habitual. We see, it's very difficult to digest the fact that 80% of our steps and 95% of our time is wasted in non-value added activities. Muda or waste, they are wasteful activities. Checking is not adding any value. Approval, it is not adding any value. Now some people will say, of course checking is required. Why you are checking? Why it is required? Because you are committing mistake. You know that I'll commit a mistake, that is why I need checking. If you don't commit a mistake, you are pretty sure that you are 100% quality. Why would you check? So if you are checking, that means yes, you are sure of you will be making a mistake. And rather than checking and correcting the mistakes, focus on eliminating the mistakes. So that was just an example. And let me very quickly, although because I have got other industries as well, so I'll not spend much time here, but these are some of the things which we have done in hospitals. We have doubled cardiology lab capacity from 8 to 16, reduced diagnosis to exam time, drastically cut admission time, and reduced the signature steps from 18 to 12. See, approval signatures don't add any value. One CEO was overwhelmed He's telling that, well, I've got too much of stress because I'm overworked. So we examined his work. So what he was doing. So first 1 hour every day, he was signing some documents. We asked him what exactly you're signing, and you're not even reading the documents. So what exactly you're doing? And he said, no, my documents have been read by my vice president, and I trust him. So I just signed those documents. We went to the vice president and asked the same question. He said, well, these documents are already read and corrected by my senior manager, and that is why I just sign on them. I just say okay for signature for the CEO. That's what I do. We went to the senior manager. He said, my manager is very good and he never commits a mistake. So I also don't see very much, but cursory look I have. I don't find any issues. We went to the manager. Manager says, well, my executive commits lots of mistakes. I keep correcting them. After correcting, I send it to my senior manager. So what we did, we eliminated the approval. We have eliminated so many signatures. We said that, well, change the process of this signature, because the processes which you have been following for the last 5 years, 10 years, maybe they were designed 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Some processes were designed 50 years ago, and you're still following. You committed a mistake. Your organization committed a mistake maybe 10 years ago. They put one checking step in between, one approval step in between because of some mistake. It is not adding, that step is not adding any value. You have stopped committing that mistake. Technology has changed, but still you keep following that old processes. So have a relook at your processes, eliminate the non-value added steps or waste, and create value for the customer. Some other examples: unnecessary process or motions, the unnecessary waiting, unnecessary transportation, errors, unnecessary stops production. They are all examples of waste. Person who's not utilized, he's a waste. He's an example of the waste. And equipment which is underutilized is also considered as a waste. Cost of 5-minute empty walk is $6.3. It's a waste. Okay, or surgeon waiting for the operation theater to get ready. It's waste of his skill. Some other examples, if you look at the walk to elevator, elevator wait, elevator travel, and nurse cost per hour, $50. So if you do some calculations, cost of elevator wait per day per nurse is $12, and you have 200 nurses multiplied by 365 days. It runs into millions of dollars. So this kind of waste is hidden in our processes, and we have to definitely try to eliminate those waste. Lab equipment, lab and pharmacy on second floor, radiation on ground floor. Try to make them on the same floor. That reduces the waste of movement. We also do spaghetti diagram. Spaghetti diagram means we map the process, like person who's coming, like for like say in a bank or in hospital or in your office. Think of your company. You trace the movement of people. So this is a workstation 1, workstation 2, workstation 3. The customer comes here, then he comes here, then goes out, comes here, goes out, comes here, goes out, and then here, So here, suppose this is known as spaghetti diagram. Spaghetti diagram means you're tracing the movements of the people, the movements of the customers or people or the staff. You can see that, there's too much of movement here. So you can bring these two workstations closer to each other. This is known as spaghetti techniques, spaghetti diagram. And reducing the waste using spaghetti technique is a very, very common thing in lean organization. Some other examples of waste interruption. That's an example of waste. Pokayoke, I was talking about, even by mistake, you cannot commit a mistake. Pokayoke, mistake proofing. Some examples of Pokayoke. The smart machines cannot be set nor operated beyond normal, safe, or maximum levels. Smart heparin infusion pumps, they can't go beyond a particular limit, which is unsafe. And if there is an abnormal value entered, it will be rejected. Then oxygen and nitrogen cylinder have got different types of connections. You cannot interconnect. You cannot connect oxygen in nitrogen pipe or oxygen, nitrogen and oxygen pipeline, because the connections are totally different. So this will prevent the mistake of connecting nitrogen instead of oxygen. Some other examples of examples are fixed number of packages during the surgery, complete catheter kits for insertion, prepackaged medication card, correct dosage. These are some examples from healthcare industry. The same thing is also possible and available for examples are available for manufacturing. I have done a 7 ways the video also. So you can have a look at our Anexas channel. There's all the wastes are given. I've given manufacturing related examples also there, and you can understand these wastes in a better way. Okay, let us go back now. Now let us do a project. Okay, let us do a project. One more thing, if you want. So while we do the project, I will explain to you the Six Sigma part. I think that will be a good idea. And let us do a Six Sigma project: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. And the tools which we'll be learning are SciPOC, charter, types of data, normal distribution, cause and effect, box plot, etc. These are the tools we'll learn, and we'll see the applications. I will do the project for you. As a yellow belt, you don't have to do the project. But when you come to me for the green belt training program, we do a project together. And we have completed thousands of projects in various industries. We give some of the chosen projects to you also, the real projects. You can work on them, or at least you can have a look at them so that you can understand how it is applied to your industry. Any questions up to here? I think everyone is fine with whatever we have done. Yeah, some again, 5S is given here. 5S is okay. So 3 times you have given. Okay, the links we have given 5S video. Link is not working, you're saying. Okay. Box plot video, Pareto analysis. These are all videos, but I will explain about them as well. So these links, the tools and techniques which we are going to work on right now will help you to, if you want to get more information about these tools and techniques, you can watch these videos. Okay, now let us do a project. So what let's do a project which I think something like project should be such that everyone can understand. So I'll choose a process which is applicable to all industries, and here the recruitment process is something which is there in manufacturing also, services also. So let me take you through a project which actually I did around 15-16 years ago, and that was reducing the recruitment cycle time in a petrochemical company. It was a CPG company, and we wanted to reduce the recruitment cycle time. So when we want to reduce any cycle time or improve any process, first we have to believe the problems are in the processes, not in the people. Yeah, that is the first belief you have to have. Because same people, think of a company, think of a company. Now, this is a company, let's say, and 1,000 people are working in this company. They go at 9 a.m. and come out at 5 p.m. Now, if you ask any person entering into the company in the morning, how many customer complaints you would like to have today? He will say, sorry, I don't want any customer complaint. I will do my best so that I don't I don't have any customer complaints. That's what he will say. So here, when you ask the employee, he will say, I want 0 errors, 0 mistakes. They don't have any target like that. But if you look at the measure by the end of the day, 5 p.m., what you will find is you will So here, you see that you receive 50 customer complaints at the end of the, at the end of the day, you receive 50 customer complaints. Means it appears as collectively these 1,000 people were working towards the target of achieving 50 customer complaints. But that was not the case. And if you look at the past 20, 30 days of the trend, sometimes 50 customer complaint, 52. See, it will also follow one particular pattern, and I can say every day you receive 35 to 65 customer complaints. Yeah. So this is how every process operates. I just gave an example of customer complaint. It could be production, 50 tons of production. You have 35 tons per day of production to 65 tons per day of production. So this is how our process behaves. Okay. This is the behavior of the process. Now, it doesn't mean that these 1,000 people have the aim of producing 35 to 65 complaints. But who is producing these errors? The system is producing the processes of our company, the SOPs, the equipment, the facilities, the way we train our employees, the way we manage our employees. They are responsible for these 50 customer complaints. So please remember, problems are not in the people, problems are in the processes. And if you change the process, of this company, change the SOPs, find the root cause, why we are having 50 customer complaints, eliminate the root cause, the same 1,000 people will now make 0 to 10 complaints. Yeah. So this improvement, this drop of customer complaints will be a project. We were at 50 plus minus 15, 35 to 65. Now we are between 0 to 10 customer complaints. So that's how we usually do a yeah. So some people are asking, sound okay for others. I hope it's fine because I have not complained. Is anyone else not able to hear me? Just write, because most of you are able to hear me. So that means you have to just log out and log in. If you just do that, you will be able to hear. Yeah. Okay, great. So problems in the process. So recruitment cycle time is high. Where is the problem? In the process. So first understand which process we are talking about. Then we identify the sponsor or the champion. Okay, in order to understand this, let me first, maybe I'll tell you how Lean Six Sigma is implemented in an organization. Okay. So there are two ways of implementing Lean Six Sigma. One is that you get trained as a green belt or a black belt, like in programs like these. And then you do a project in the company, and the company finds a lot of benefits in those projects. And based on that, company tries to hire a lot of green belts and black belts like you, and you usually that's how Lean Six Sigma can be implemented with this bottoms up approach. Get green belts and black belts trained from external organization, and then they do the projects. Another way is top-down approach. Top-down means the best of the best organizations in the world, they have the top-down approach where you choose the improvement opportunities. Every department you go and look for the improvement opportunities and convert them into a project. So here you are having a steering committee you form of senior management who will be responsible for looking after Lean Six Sigma implementation. You train the department heads. We call them sponsors or champions. These are department heads. Yeah. Sponsors, champions, department heads. We train them in basic tools and techniques. And then after that, these generally they know what Lean Six Sigma is. Once sponsors know what Lean Six Sigma can do for their organization, then they nominate their employees, their staff members as black belts and green belts, and they would do the projects. The projects will be allocated to them. So for example, procurement manager or head of the procurement, finance head gets to know what Lean Six Sigma can achieve. So what he will do, he will send 2 or 3 of his staff to a green belt program, and then each green belt or black belt program, and they will take up an improvement project. One person can take up reduction of procurement cycle time. Another person can take up a project to reduce the percentage of white filing returns. So they have to file VAT returns. It should be filed within the 5th of the month, every month, 100% of the time. So these are the improvement projects they can take up as they go along. So manufacturing head can nominate 3 or 4 engineers from his team, and one person can reduce the say cost of production per ton kg of per ton material, or someone can reduce the cycle time of producing a particular product, or someone can improve the production. So these are all projects taken up by the green belts and black belts. So black belts and green belts are the people who are going to do the projects. Sponsors are the head of the departments, or champions are the head of the departments. And there is one more person called process owner. Process owner is the manager of the process in whose process you are doing the project. Say, for example, in our recruitment process example, recruitment manager would be the process owner. And who will be the sponsor or champion? The recruitment head, or I would say HR head. Typically, HR head will be the sponsor. I hope you got any questions here. I hope you are able to understand whatever I'm saying. I hope you are with me. Any questions? Keep asking. Okay, so now we have got our Lean and Six Sigma infrastructure in place. Now, I'll give you some examples how I did this implementation in various organizations, taking 3, 4 examples from different organizations. I will tell you how it can be done. So once we create this, so we train the champions or the sponsors first, and then identify the projects, ask them to identify the improvement opportunities in their processes, and then we conduct the green belt or black belt training. Then they execute the projects, they get trained, and then they do the projects, and then they present the projects. And when they are doing the project, we guide them. Typically, as a master black belt, we would guide them. So this is how we implement Lean and Six Sigma in an organization in general. So this is top-down approach. Bottom-up approaches. People like you get trained in the programs like these, and then you do an improvement project. But in the online training programs, we do a project in the classroom for learning purpose, and that qualifies you to be a green belt or a black belt. But when you are doing the program in an organization, because organization is paying for you, they will expect you to actually do the project and real project, and that will be presented to the senior management. So how this process looks like, let me tell you. So here, if you see, I was doing this program in Switzerland, where I trained the sponsors or the champions using a business game. And then they were exposed to some basic tools, and I asked them to solve a problem, and they were not able to solve. Then we told them, just apply Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques. We taught them some 3, 4 tools, and they applied it, and they were able to solve. So they got the trust in Lean Six Sigma, and then they nominated the staff members for their for implementing the tools and techniques. Then I'll keep on taking different examples. The process remains the same. So now once they are nominated, they are in the classroom. So these staff members who are nominated, they are in the classroom. They come to the classroom, and then we form the teams and we allocate the projects to them. They will be doing the project as we typically training program is green belt is 3 days, and black belt is 3 days. Master black belt is again 3 to 4 days, and you can become a green belt, by black belt, and master black belt within 2 months or 3 months period. And if you are joining online session, you become you do a project with me. I will do the project with you, and you can also keep doing with me. Right now, as a yellow belt, you don't have to do any project. You just watch how a project is done. But when you are doing a green belt with me, I will help you. I will do the project with you, and so that you learn these tools and techniques, and you are able to actually replicate that learning and actually improve the process in your organization. So, yeah, coming back, so the staff members are now nominated. They are in the classroom.
Your team name, 1, 2, 3.
So what they are doing is they are now forming a team. We have some fun here.
Team name and your slogan, 1, 2, 3. Green air, go! Okay. And your song.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go green. Let's go green. Let's go green. We are the champions. We are the team.
Wow.
Yay! Well done.
And your team name, 1, 2, 3.
Una squadra.
Your slogan, 1, 2, 3.
Together everyone achieves more.
Together, everyone achieves more. And your song.
Feel it in the air. All this earth has seen. Each of us will share. One dream. We are one team. Una squadra.
Okay, so now they become green belts. You can see that picture like a green belt. They become a green belt, then they do a project, and once they do a project, they present it to their sponsor and the process owner. And obviously, there are a lot of benefits they see. And when you do a project, typically it saves a lot of money. For example, in National Healthcare Service, this person has just presented his project and he's certified as a green belt, or sorry, black belt. And just here so that you can understand what Lean Six Sigma, the whole process looks like.
Well, we have Alex with us, and he has done excellent Lean and Six Sigma projects in National Healthcare Service and in hospitals. So, Alex, would you like to tell us something about it?
Hello, I'm Alex Wells, Head of Service Improvement at the Royal Liverpool University Hospital. I've been really fortunate to present today on how us as a trust are using Lean and Six Sigma principles to deliver better care for our patients. I've presented today on a lot of the work that we've done around how we've improved patient outcomes, reducing mortality, improving length of stay, and also talked about how we can actually realise some financial benefits from that. Over the past 2 years, we've been really fortunate that we've done some good work, and it's actually delivered us £2 million worth of quality efficiencies through delivering better patient care.
Yes.
Okay, and then now there are lots of success stories like this, and if you keep on doing this year on year, like say for example we did for NACL for 10-15 years, it transforms the whole organization.
My name is Mohammed Al-Bayati. I'm the CEO of NACL. Through Anexas, Mr. Amitabh has taught me and more than 1,000 employees of NACL Six Sigma and Lean processes. This affected our bottom lines by millions of riyals, and it is having a big impact in changing our company from a local company to a regional or multinational company. Thanks to Anexas and Mr. Amitabh. Thank you very much.
This is how a typical program is. Once we have understood how Lean Six Sigma is implemented in an organization, either bottoms up or top down, now let us go back to our tools. So let's look at the projects. So this whole thing gave you a good idea about how a typical Lean Six Sigma implementation is done and how what results you can achieve. Now let us do a project. Now let us look at this individual projects. So here we were talking about reducing the recruitment cycle time, and we'll start applying the tools. The first tool which we do in the define phase, see what is DMAC. Let me first describe what is DMAC. DMAC is it's a phase-wise approach of doing a project. To give a simple example, let's say day-to-day life example, I can start with that. I want to improve my health. Okay. Now, a Lean Six Sigma green belt and black belt believes that you can't improve if you cannot measure. So you first decide what are the measures of health. So there could be many measures: blood pressure, the weight, etc. So many things, glucose levels, etc. Now, you choose one of the measure. Measure is known as CTQ, critical to quality characteristics. So one measure you choose and say that you write a problem statement and a goal statement for that measure. So problem statement is, let's say, in fact, I did this project 8 years ago. So my weight was 90 kg and I wanted to reduce it to 80 kg. Although the target was 70 kg, means I wanted to reduce it to 70 kg because that's the ideal weight. My doctor told me, the customer is the doctor here. The voice of customer specified that, you should be 70 kg. But I took up an improvement project of reduction of 10 kg. So that's a project. Problem statement 90 kg, goal statement 80 kg. And you also always have a deadline. By in the next 6 months, I will reduce it from 90 kg to 80 kg. Then we started measuring. We collect the data. When I started measuring the data, say on a daily basis for 10-15 days, one day I was 90.1 kg, 89.8 kg, 90 kg. Sometimes it was 91.2 kg, 88.5 kg. Now, this is how my process was behaving. Means I did a histogram. Histogram is a historical chart, historical graph of my data, like 20-30 days of data. Most of the time, I was 90, but sometimes 90.1, 90.2, 90.3, etc. And this chart indicated that if I do a probability curve here, nowadays all these things can be easily done, using softwares. We teach you, like when you join our Greenbelt program, we teach you how to use the software. We give you the software also. Most of the softwares are freely available. So we give you the software and then we train you in that as well, so that you can do any data analysis and any project in your own company. So I made a histogram and I found that, most of the time I almost never go beyond 91.5. And although here the data did not indicate any value of 91.5, but the probability distribution curve can easily tell you that, it's highly unlikely that I'll go above 91.5, and it is highly unlikely that I'll go below 88.5. So this is how my process was operating. So if I just draw a chart here, I was operating between 88.5 to 91.5. This is how my process was behaving. I want to improve the process, isn't it? So this was the measure phase. The analyze phase, I try to find out the causes. In Lean and Six Sigma, whatever we want to improve, that is considered as Y. Y means the letter Y. And whatever is influencing that issue, we call it as X factors. So here weight is my Y. Y means the weight. So my weight was how much I'm trying to reduce my weight. So Y is the weight. And X factors are the factors which are influencing my weight. Say, for example, say the diet. You can give me some indications what could be my X factors, if you can tell me. If you can tell me, give me some what could be the reasons of my high weight? No exercise, okay, no exercise, okay. Sleep, okay, sleep schedule, yes, sleep. Oh, all of you are very expert, yes. Portion of food, portion of a diet could be good, but you eat too much of good food, right? Yeah, so eating too much, exercise, sleep, stress, and so many things. Yeah, so many factors. Now there's a tool. There's a tool called Pareto analysis. Pareto means Pareto 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule is Pareto. Pareto is Pareto. 80-20 rule states that 80% of your problems are due to 20% of your causes. Actually, Pareto principle was given by Wilfredo Pareto in the 18th century. He studied the wealth of all the people in Italy, and he found that 80% of the wealth or land in Italy was owned by 20% of the people. So he called this 80-20 rule, and he said that this rule is true everywhere. 80% of the crops produced in Italy belong to 20% of the crop types. You will also find that 80% of your revenue in your company is coming from 20% of the customers. So if you have got, let's say, 100 customers, 20 customers are giving you 80% of your total revenue. Similarly, manufacturing processes also, you'll find that your production, 80% of your production is coming from 20% of your the products. So let's say you have 50 products which you are making, but 50 to 20% of 50 is 10. So 10 products are contributing to 80% of your production. So we call it 80-20, 80-20. Yeah. 20% is vital few and 80% is trivial many. So I did that analysis and I found for me the sleep was an issue and also the portion of the food. Portion means I was eating good food, but too much of good food. Even a healthy diet, if you are eating too much, that is also not good. So both the things I improved. In the improve phase, I changed the way in sleep. I identified the sleep patterns. I did some sleep study. I also found there was some nasal block in the nose. I did a very minor surgery called nasoplasty. And then for portion of the diet, I started controlling. I started using certain program, and I was able to reduce the weight. So after the improvement, it became 80. As of now, it is between 81.5 to 78.5. So this drop, this is an improvement. This is a statistically significant improvement. This is what we are aiming at. So we are not aiming at that. This is typically, if you go back, if you look at me, how I was behaving, every day I will keep on checking the weight. One day I'm 90, next day I'm 91. I'm feeling unhappy. Yesterday I ate that cake. Oh, I will not eat that cake. And then next day I did not eat the cake. And the weight will reduce it to 88.9. Then I'm feeling very happy. I'm still not eating the cake, but still the weight is going up to 90.3. So this is how I was operating my process. This is how managers operate their own processes. Let's say you are in manufacturing. You are trying to, you are monitoring your production. One day you are producing 100 tons, another day 102, next day 96. Suddenly you start worrying, what happened? Why 96? This is not statistical thinking. This is not statistical thinking. What is statistical thinking? Statistical thinking is I am operating between here, in my case, 88.5 to 91.5. We call them as control limits. You can easily find those control limits using average and standard deviation. If time permits, I will tell you about it as well. Otherwise, I'll at least give you the links. You can watch that later on. But I'll give you a brief introduction about it. So these are known as the way our process is behaving. We call it as lower control limit and upper control limit. Means this is the voice of process. Today, my process is behaving between those limits. And I want to change the control limits so that they meet the specification limits set by the customers. So right now, I'm at 78.5 to 81.5. My control limits have changed, but I have to control it. So that I don't go back to original state. So that's what happens in the control phase. I put up some certain things in place. So whatever I did for improvement, that was one-time activity. But when I'm into control phase, I want to sustain that gain for a long, long time. So I'm doing something else. And I'm monitoring, I've got certain plans in place, and I'm following that, I'm reviewing it. That's how control things happen. So the control. So let's do this, apply this to our recruitment cycle time example. We identify the team. In my weight example, my team was my family members, my doctor, my gym instructor, my dietitian. They were my team members. Here in the recruitment team, I've got certain team members within the recruitment team and one or two people from operations. Then I start with the CPHQ. CPHQ means I first look at the process, because process is to be blamed, not the people. When we are doing a CPHQ means supplier input, process, output, and customer. So map the process. You just write 5 to 6 basic steps of the process. What are the outputs? Who are the customers of our process? What are the inputs of our process? And then who are the suppliers of our inputs? This helps you to have a process approach. On the output, whatever you are producing as an output, you have certain measures. Measures, we call them CTQs, critical to quality characteristics. We designate them as Y. One of the examples of here in the process, one of the measures will be recruitment cycle time. That is what we are trying to reduce. Another measure could be, let's say, errors during the recruitment. That is or whether the recruited person is a correct person or not, like fit for the roles or not. Sometimes you recruit a person very fast. You can recruit in 10 days, but that person is not the right person for you. So these are the measures of a recruitment process. This is the why. Why is the result? But result is not in our hands. The recruitment cycle time is not in our hand. It is determined by X factors. So measures on the processes and inputs, we call them X factors. They are responsible for the Y. See, result is not in our hand, but X factors are in our hand, means we can do something about the X factors. So when I'm having recruitment is high, it could be due to time taken to receive and shortlist the resume is high, or it could be time taken to interview the candidates is high, or negotiation time is high, or IT system is not working, or job description is not available, or CVs are not available, or budget is not approved, or HR staff is not skilled. So many things. So when you are doing a project, you don't leave any stone unturned. Scientific investigation we have to do. We are doing a scientific investigation. Okay. So this is the entry point. We are beginning, we are starting. So we do have, let me just quickly, revisit CPHQ with this video.
We are discussing about the Lean and Six Sigma interview questions. Let me talk about CPHQ. CPHQ is a tool derived from Deming's systems approach. He used to say that 85% of the problems are due to the processes and only 15% are contributed by the people. It is a tool that gives you 50,000 feet overview of the process. If you give me only one page to give maximum information about the process, then I would use a CPHQ. So if you are asked about the CPHQ, then you can say that it is a tool that is used to see the overall process in one instant. It gives the whole picture of suppliers, inputs, process, output, and customers. And the CPHQ, the acronym, stands for that. It makes us follow the systems approach of Deming. It is usually done in the define phase immediately after you have written the project charter. Once we know the project, then we make a CPHQ on the process in which you are doing the project. This helps us to focus on the process rather than blaming the people for all the defects, errors, and delays. To make a CPHQ, we move from right to left. That means we start by identifying the customers, then the output, then process steps, and the inputs and the suppliers. CPHQ helps us to identify the inputs or the X factors which are influencing our output, that is the Y. Because Y is function of X, CPHQ is the starting point of using the statistical methods. After that, you can give an example of a CPHQ of a process from the organization for which you are appearing for an interview. I hope you found this useful.
Okay, so that was when you join our green belt and black belt session, we also give you a set of interview questions and give you those videos so that you can prepare for your interviews, and we give you some CV tips also. I think we can give it to you right away. You can click on the link of CV tips, It's not only for Six Sigma, in general also some CV tips are there. So you can have a look at them as well. In the link, I'll be putting this in the chat box. So, I told you that we can't improve if we cannot measure. And that's how a typical mindset should be. So, can you measure everything? Can you measure everything? There are two types of data, they say. Can you measure everything? What do you think? So there are two rules. There are two rules. Rule number one is you can't improve if you cannot measure. And second rule is you cannot measure everything. Rule number three is if you think something cannot be measured, go back to rule number two. That means everything can be measured. Now, how to measure everything? Let us see that. I'll give you a trick. So there are two types of data, continuous data and attribute data. So whatever we think is measurable, typically that is a continuous data. For example, weight of a person, height of a person, procurement time. Typically, this continuous data can be represented on a number line. Okay. Any point on that line, like 55.5, can be represented. And it also has got a unit like days, kgs, minutes. These are all examples of continuous data. It will always have a unit. Also, it will also have a decimal point. Usually it will have there's a possibility of decimal point. You may not use it, but there is a possibility, like 55.6 days is possible. You can have 55 days also, but 55.5 is also possible. That's continuous data. Attribute data is something which we feel cannot be measured. So we have a trick to measure. So first, let me tell you, it's also known as categorical data or discrete data, because we can count the categories, like 13 males and 20 females. Male and female is attribute data, but we can count the number of males, number of females. So we have a count there. You cannot have 20.3 males. Okay, so that is how it becomes an attribute data. Like quality percentage. I have 98 good quality products, 2 bad quality products, so 98% out of 100. That's a attribute data. Please remember that. Let me revise this using a video also. These videos also are given to you when you join our session.
The root causes of the problem, and I have conducted which builds Smith and Mike and resilience. And which CEO would not love a person who can help the company achieve all these things? So, well, Lean and Six Sigma green belts and black belts are those individuals who can do improvement projects in the organization by choosing improvement opportunities and converting these improvement opportunities into projects.
So that was already told to you. That was the videos. These videos are available in English and Arabic on our website. If you want, we can just, I can.
The age is 52.5.
Yeah, I can also show you some Arabic videos. This all translated into Arabic as well. So these videos are available and they are given to all our green belts and black belts registered candidates also. So I will definitely like to invite you to my green belt and black belt training programs in which we are conducting on a bi-monthly basis. Every 2 months, we are launching a green belt and black belt training program. You are most welcome to join them. And if you are interested, I will send you the link. Those who are interested, I will send you the link here. You can register. At least you tell me if you are interested or not, so I can connect with you or our team can connect with you. Now, coming back, here there are 2 types of data, and I was talking about continuous data.
Years, that's my age. Height, maybe 180.1 centimeters. Cycle time of a process, 3.5 hours. Or procurement time in an organization, 120.3 days. These are all continuous data, because they all have a possibility of a decimal, means they can be expressed in decimal points, and also they all have a unit. Now let us talk about attribute data. Attribute data can be expressed in categories, and categories can be counted. Say, for example,
can you tell me any one thing which you cannot measure? Any one thing. Tell me any one thing you cannot measure. Shirt size you can measure. You can measure length and width, right? Time we cannot measure. Time you can say 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Love you cannot measure. Okay. Yes, some people, yeah, so love can be like lot of love, no love. Anger. Anger also, very angry, normal angry, not angry. See, so I'm just giving happiness. Okay. Emotions, happy, unhappy. So I'm giving you now trick. So a lot of people are, whatever you have mentioned, I'm just, okay. So here, I'm taking an example of happiness. Let us measure happiness.
if you want to measure happiness, so easiest way to measure any attribute data is to create a category, and if possible you can create a binary category. A presence or absence of that attribute can be one of the simplest categories. So if I take the example of happiness, two categories I can create: happy, unhappy. So if I want to increase the happiness in the employees in the organization, then I can always count how many employees are happy. Let's say 60 employees are happy and 40 employees are unhappy. I can express this as proportion. That means proportion of happy employees in my organization is 0.6 and proportion of unhappy employees is 0.4. And it can also be expressed as percentage. Now this proportion or percentage, they don't have a unit. And a count, like 60 employees, I can't have 60.1 employees who are happy. So the count will not have any decimal point. So this is what continuous data and attribute data is.
So just to revise, attribute data is something. See, when you want to measure something like anger, you can say angry, not angry. Or you can have a scale like very, very angry, angry, neutral, not angry, and extremely not angry, of loving maybe. So there are two, you can clear those categories. Now, what is the purpose of measuring? See, here we want to improve the happiness in the staff members. So you can say that today 60% of the people are happy, or proportion of people who are happy is 0.6. And we would like to increase this happy to 80%, happiness to 80%. So we'll find the root causes of why people are unhappy, 60% are unhappy, and we'll try to increase the happiness. So that's next time when we are doing the survey, we get 80%. See here, proportion is known as, some people are asking what is proportion is portion out of 1. Let's say this circle is 1. So the portion out of one circle, 0.6 belongs to happy and 0.4 belongs to unhappy. That is what is known as proportion. Portion out of 1. If you measure in terms of percentage, you assume that the circle is 100. Then 60 belongs to happy and 40 belongs to unhappy. In either case, it becomes a attribute data. It remains an attribute data. Please remember this. Quality also is an attribute data. It's very important to understand the difference between continuous and attribute data. Okay. And see, what the tools and techniques which you will be choosing for your analysis depends on what type of data you're dealing with. So different types of data will have different tools. I'll give an example. But before that, let us first complete our defined phase. So a recruitment cycle time is continuous data. Yeah. But if I see IT system is available, not available, is attribute data. Job description is available, not available, is attribute data. Time taken to develop the mobilization plan is continuous data. Yeah. HR staff is skilled or not skilled. This is attribute data. So everything I can measure either in terms of continuous data or attribute data. I hope you are with me. Yeah. I hope I'm not going to see. I want to give you maximum tools in 2 hours period. That is why I'm speaking a little fast usually, and I'm also showing the video at 1.5 speed. But I hope you are able to understand. Otherwise, I can slow down also. Please let me know. And also, one more thing. If you want, I can also enter into a very high-end statistical tool and technique. Up to you. You have to also tell like if you can take on a little bit more. In Greenbelt, generally we talk about statistical skills, statistical tools. But I'll give you the glimpses, or at least I will show you how easy it is. That also you will see. Okay, now let me look at the analyze phase. So here, measure phase. Measure phase, you are collecting the data. We also found that, we also saw that symptoms like, see, when I go to the doctor, I'm having fever. So fever is a symptom. Doctor will not treat the symptom. Doctor will find the root cause. Yeah. The CTQ, the measure of my fever, is the body temperature. So doctor will say I have 101.1 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degree Fahrenheit, whatever. This is your output measure. This is your Y. But doctor will not tell me, or he will not try to reduce my body temperature. He will not tell me that sit in the refrigerator for some time or I have got an ice bath for you. He will not tell that. He will find the cause. He will identify, he knows that fever, which is the Y here, is due to a lot of reasons. He will do a blood test and an X-ray and other things, whatever is best. He will do that. He knows it best. But he find the root cause and say, oh, your fever is due to this particular problem. And then he will give the medicine for that. Similarly, as a green belt or a black belt, you are a process doctor of a process. The process owner comes to you saying, my process has a lot of complaints, errors, defects, defective products I'm making, defective services I'm providing, delays are there. These are all our why, these symptoms, that something is wrong, process is not well. And you have to find out why the process is not well. What is the root cause? By doing the data collection. So that means Y is the symptom, X is the problem. Y is the effect, X is the cause. Why you can only monitor, you cannot do anything. You can control the X factors. You have to collect the data for both. Yeah. Now, let me tell you about some basic statistics. See, most of the processes, the universe. Okay. Most of the processes in the universe, they follow something called as normal distribution. Okay. They follow normal distribution. Like, for example, if I show you the recruitment cycle time of this company, 15 recruitments, we collected the data. And if we ask, there's a tool called Minitab, which we learn when you join my sessions. You learn this. We'll give you this software also. It can be downloaded also very easily. And a lot of softwares, they are all available freely nowadays. You should be able to use them. So if I want to analyze and make a histogram, it will look something like this. Most of my recruitments are taking here 50 days. See, we have made our project charter. The project charter which we have created in the defined phases, that our recruitment cycle time is 50 days. And this is a problem statement. And the goal statement is that we want to reduce it to 30 days. If I recruit the person engineer a little bit earlier, I can charge the client for that. That is going to save me at 300,000 per annum. A lot of good money if I reduce my recruitment cycle time by 20 days. because I recruit around 50 engineers, multiplied by all their salaries, etc., how much I can charge. You can save a lot of money. That's our project charter, problem statement and goal statement in the define phase. Now, let us measure our recruitment time. So that's what we do first. We measure this is how our recruitment cycle time is behaving. One gentleman, a statistician by the name of Carl Friedrich Gauss, in 17th and 18th century, he found very interesting phenomena. He found a very interesting phenomena, and let me talk about that interesting phenomenon. He found that all the repetitive processes, they follow normal distribution. What is normal distribution? Looks like this probability distribution looks like a bell-shaped curve. So if you make a histogram, let's say, time taken by me to travel to my office, most of the time I'm taking 30 minutes, sometimes 31, 32, 33, 35, 36. So if I just collect some data, 30 samples is good enough. 30 samples, good enough for my continuous data. I can estimate the whole process. That's what he said. He said, just collect 30 samples, make a histogram, and try to fit the curve on that histogram. Nowadays, softwares can fit that curve. So he said that you will get the whole information about of almost 100%, 99% of the points, data points will be lying within that range. And he gave a formula for calculating the range also. Okay. Okay. He said that every data has got two things, average and something called standard deviation. So if I collect the data of my traveling time, let us say 30, 31, 33 minutes, 35 minutes, 26 minutes, 25 minutes, etc. I have an average of 30 and standard deviations, let us say 5 minutes. Very easy to calculate standard deviation nowadays. In Excel sheet also you can calculate, just say is equal to STDV, or in Minitab the way I'm using, it's done, it's given, like mean is equal to 50 and standard deviation is 4.7, which is 5 years. It's very easy nowadays, you don't have to calculate, but if you want to know how it is calculated, how to derive the formula for standard deviation, that also you can know. Just click on the link. I've given you one link which talks about the standard deviation, what is the formula, manually if you want to calculate, and even I've derived the formula. You can identify how to, from where this formula of standard deviations come. But yeah, as a yellow belt, it's good enough to know that you have an average and a standard deviation. Now, an interesting thing which we found, our Carl Friedrich Gauss, also known as Gaussian theorem, he found one very, very interesting thing. If you know the average and standard deviation, just calculate 30, 40 samples, you get it. Calculate your average and standard deviation. You will be surprised to know that every time, and this is true for all processes in the world, okay, that is very, very interesting thing. Within plus minus 3 times the standard deviation, within plus minus 3 times the standard deviation, you will be able to get 99.73% of the total population. Now, this is surprising, but whole AI, machine learning, they all use this. Okay. So you have an average. Here, let's say if I want to calculate for this example, average is 30 minutes, 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviation, and 3 standard deviation. Here, minus 1 standard deviation, minus 2 standard deviation, and minus 3 standard deviation. 30 plus 1 time standard deviation. What is 30 plus 1 time standard deviation? Standard deviation is 5. So 30 plus 5 is 35. Then 30 plus 2 times standard deviation is 40. And here it is 45. Here it is 25. Here it is 20. He said 15. I hope you are getting me. I hope you understood. Tell me yes or no. I'll give another example. My production every day, one day I produce 101 ton day, per day, 96, 103, etc., etc. Average is 100 tons per day, standard deviation is 10. So can you tell me my 99% of the time, how much production I am making in my company? This is 100. One time standard deviation will be 110, 120 and 130, 90, 80 and 70. They are known as control limits, lower control limit and upper control limit. We call them as control limits. This is also known as voice of process. Voice of process, how my process is behaving. Okay. And if I make it as a chart, it looks like this. My production process is 70 to 130. My patient waiting time is 70 to 130 minutes. You apply this to any process. The numbers are all continuous or attribute data. It doesn't matter from which the process it is coming from. Whether it's for black belt or green belt, it is all numbers. Only two types, continuous or attribute data. So this is voice of process. This is how my process is performing today. Well, I would like to improve it. I want to increase my production to, let's say, 140 tons per day to 160 tons per day. So this is improvement I'm looking forward. That is why we are doing a DMAC project. Yeah. I will not lose my sleep over daily production. See, generally how we operate. Oh, today we achieved 126 tons. Very good. Best production in the last 6 months. Super. Celebration in the cafeteria. Next day it becomes 110. Oh, celebration backfired. Manager wants to take back that celebration, that party he threw away in the cafeteria. He wants to take it back. Further, it goes down. Oh, this goes to 90. Manager is worried. They are discussing why this reduction in production. And they are all wasting their time. As per statistician, as a green belt or black belt, they're wasting their time. Then they call an expert, some expert. Expert gives you a nice lecture. Hey, this is the new technology, you should do this, and parameters, it changes something. Suddenly the production increases. They say, wow, the expert was great. These settings are best. Next time it reduces. Same is true for sales. Let's say I convert this example to sales. $126,000 of sales. Wow. Great job, team. Then it reduces to 90,000. Suddenly people are worried. They got an expert. Expert tells everyone, you are great. You are a great salesman. You can sell everything. Come on. Tell on the top of your voice, I'm the greatest salesperson in the world. Believe in it. Believe in yourself. Everyone shouts at the top of their voice, yes, I am a great salesman. And suddenly the sales improve. Okay. By the way, a green belt, black belt will say, my dear friend, nothing changed. The process will keep on behaving like this. You are trying to find a reason unnecessarily. You are going to behave like 70 to 130. Nothing is changing. You will continue like this year on year. If you want to make a difference, think in terms of control limits, think in terms of statistics. There is no statistically significant improvement. This is improvement. This is improvement. That is real improvement. Your CEO will be happy to see this improvement. Not like today 90, 110, feeling very happy, 80, feeling unhappy, then 120, feeling very happy. This is not the way to operate your process. Okay. Waiting time, patient waiting time, same thing. On average, this standard deviation, no, this is not the way to operate. So with this understanding, we also make a control chart here. Very easily, you can make control charts for with your, you know. So this recruitment cycle time, I can see that recruitments in this company are taking between 36 days to 64 days. Average is 50, standard deviation was 4 point something, it's 8 or so. So you can get your control, but this is the way we are operating. We want to change. We want to improve the process. So what they do? They find the root causes. So there are two doors you can use in the analyze phase. You analyze, start analyzing why we are taking so much time. You are analyzing. You can do a process door or data door. Process door is also known as lean route. Map the process as is, do a Gemba walk, identify the value added and non-value added steps, muda, waste in the process. Or you can also follow data door, collect the data, do a cause and effect diagram, control impact matrix, Pareto chart, box plots, scatter plots. Let us first start with the process door. Map the process in detail. Go to the Gemba. Go to the workplace. Find out what exactly is happening. Follow the process. See for yourself. Oh, you find, oh, this is a non-value added step. This is not required. These steps can be done together. These steps can be done in parallel. This is known as escape analysis. Escape. Eliminate, simplify, combine, automate, and parallel. Ask these 5 questions on every step. Ask these 5 questions. A very good example I have given in the video. I'm putting the link here. You can watch this escape analysis. I've given a real life example of one company, how to do that escape analysis. You can use that same template, whatever I've given that example. You can use that. Quickly, next week, you improve your process. Get everyone together, map your process, ask 5 questions on every step. You will be surprised. People will tell you why we are doing this step. There's something unnecessarily they are doing this step. Because someone told, blindly, but when they question, is it required? It's not required. One wasteful step, in your company, probabilities existing. In today's world, you can send any document to anyone in just few seconds. You know that, how to do that. But still you have fax machines. No one thought of changing it. You still have fax number, fax machine. It's all obsolete. But still, everyone is following because no one questioned. Green belt and black belt become the first person in the history of that process who will question everything. Yeah. That is what green belt and black belt means. Let's look at the data door. Get hold of all the people who understand this process. Tell them, think of whatever you can think. Brainstorm on all the possible causes. Brainstorm using some tools and techniques. Tell them what are the rules of brainstorming. There are some rules of brainstorming which you should follow. If you want, I can give you the rules. See, we have got video for everything. Yeah. Okay, let me show you some of the rules of brainstorming. This is true for generating the possible causes as well as it is also true for not only generating the possible causes, but it's also true for your ideas. You will generate ideas. Once you get the root causes, you will generate the ideas also. So you can use that as well. So let me show you that video as well. So this video, and see, these videos are available to all our green belts and black belts. When you join our session, learning management system will have all these videos. Okay, so you can always, learn in English, Arabic, Hindi.
After all, we have collected the data to analyze and get the root causes. How would you do that? You can follow 2 doors, process door and data door. In the data door, generally you start participants about the time, venue, topic well in advance. So they are mentally prepared for brainstorming. As I told you that brainstorming is used for either generating the possible root causes or getting the ideas to solve the problems. There are certain rules which need to be followed in brainstorming. The rules of brainstorming are: give equal opportunity to everyone who is participating. So tell them to participate, and you can use different techniques. As I told you, we will be learning in the improve phase. Capture all the ideas, so document all the ideas, whatever is being discussed, whatever ideas the participants are given, someone should be there to document, or a scribe you can appoint to document all the ideas. Leave your designation and ego along with your shoes outside the meeting room. That means don't think that if you are senior, your idea carries more weightage. So obviously this ground rule should be very clear to everyone, and everyone should be encouraged to give an idea, and everyone's idea should carry equal weightage. There should be a non-threatening environment. When people are giving ideas, they should not be afraid of giving ideas. So you should create an environment where people should be encouraged to give the ideas. Also, we should ensure that wherever the brainstorming is taking place, there should not be any disturbance, so people are focused on brainstorming. Sometimes people might deviate from the topics. There is a tendency that some important issue crops up during the discussion. So at that time, you can always create a parking lot saying that, well, this idea or this issue is very, very important, and we can park it to be discussed after a while once we complete the brainstorming on this particular topic. We should encourage people to fantasize freely. We should not put brakes on our thoughts. So you can give some out-of-the-box ideas, you can give some wild ideas, and if people are giving you wild ideas, they should be encouraged. If you give a specific duration of brainstorming, we should try to complete the brainstorming within the time duration, and defer evaluation. Now this is one of the rules which is often violated. People start discussing the ideas. Someone gives an idea and someone else says, well, it will not work in an organization. Or some other person gives an idea and someone else comments that, wow, it's a great idea. So don't evaluate. Reserve your comments for evaluation at a later stage. When you are generating the idea, when you are generating the root causes, they are not to be evaluated. You cannot say that it is a good idea or this is a very good root cause which you have thought of. No evaluation, just write down whatever is being suggested. Generate quantity, do not worry about the quality at the initial stages. So you have to generate lots of root causes, lots of solutions, more the better. A pearl diver, he dives into the sea to find the pearls. If he just collects 10 oysters, the probability of getting the pearl is very low. But if he collects thousands of oysters, the probability of getting the pearl is very high. So similarly, if you want to collect great ideas, some of the out-of-the-box ideas, some creative ideas, then definitely you should create more and more ideas. So how to generate those ideas?
There are lots of ways to generate ideas. One is 635 technique. If you are interested, I'll put the link also. I can't show you all the videos here, but the link of 60, how to generate 108 ideas in 30 minutes by using 6 people. So there's a very good technique, 635 technique. You can use that. Anyway, so coming back to your cause and effect diagram, you get hold of all the people who possibly can contribute. They put all possible ideas. They have used here a fishbone diagram. Fishbone means man, machine, material, 6 M's techniques. 6M, fishbone, cause and effect diagram. Link of that also I can provide it to you if you want to learn in detail about how to make a cause and effect diagram. Man, machine, material, method, measurement, and mother nature, the 6 M's. Try to brainstorm on those 6 M's. You'll get almost like 50, 60 ideas very easily. Then you can't work on all these ideas, of course. You have to filter them down. Multiple ways of filtering them down is there. One is Pareto, I was mentioning. So here they used a voting technique. They asked for voting. So maximum votes were given to this particular cause. So that is one way of doing. Another way of doing is, actually collect the data. So here, if I show you, they first did they brainstorm on man, machine, material. What are the possible X factors related to these causes? You are getting them. And once you know that, then you can make a quick, see, all nowadays softwares are pretty simple. After 5 years, in fact, you just tell, please make a cause and effect diagram, they will make it. Verbally, you can describe. So here, cause and effect diagram is there. ChatGPT also can create all these things. But at least you should be able to give the commands. For that, you have to attend the green belt training program. Okay, so here we got the cause and effect diagram. Then we identified which reason is occurring most of the time. You collect the data of 50, 60 recruitments done over the last 2-3 months or 7 months. And you find that some of the reasons are repeating again and again. You can, let's say, write which reason is occurring most of the time. You can ask once you collect the data. I'll quickly show, because obviously I can't describe all the tools, but I can't teach you step-by-step method of doing it in such a short period. But I'm just demonstrating how a green belt will do an analysis. So this is a Pareto chart. So he does it, and you find that assessment time is appearing most of the time, 14 times it is appearing. Then you have got the other one, which is job description is not available. That is again appearing maximum times in our data. And approval time, third and fourth. And their contribution percentage is also mentioned. 35% is contributed by assessment time. Job description not available is contributed by 25%. And the cumulative percent, like first two together are giving you 60, first three are giving 77. So if I just work on first three or first four, I'll solve 92% of my problem. And the remaining X factors I can just ignore. So I'll just attack these 3-4 causes. Now, you can further validate these causes if you want, and further validate these causes. How to validate? Further analysis you can do. So you can say, well, job description, I don't trust the voting, I don't trust the classification done by the person who is collecting the data. I want to be sure. So you collect further data, recruitment number this, approval time was 17 days, job description was not available, type of hiring was expired, assessment time was 18 days, recruitment time was 52 days. So you collect the data like this, and once you have got the data like this, you can start finding the relationship between X and Y. Like, for example, recruitment time. Is it impacted by the approval time? Does it mean that more the approval time, more than recruitment? No, you may feel yes, obviously, but you don't trust anyone except the data and data analysis. Dr. Deming used to say, in God we trust, rest others bring data. I'm not going to trust you unless you show me the data. So if you're telling that approval time is a problem in my company, show me using the data. Now there's a rule which says that when you are analyzing the data, if it is continuous, only single column if you are analyzing, like for example, recruitment time, you can make a histogram the way we did. If you are only analyzing attribute data in a single column, you can make a Pareto chart or a pie chart. We did a Pareto chart, if you remember. We did a Pareto chart on the reasons for attribute data. See, reasons, approval time, JD, these are all attribute data, categorical data, right? But if you look at this data, which is here, recruitment time is continuous data, and approval time is also continuous data. So when we have a combination of those two continuous data, we use a tool called scatter plot. Scatter plot looks like this. This is Y and this is X. So if we see that there's a correlation between the two, I'll say, yes, X is the problem. X is impacting the Y. But if you see something like this, we'll say X is nothing to do with the Y. X could be anything, Y could be anything. There's no relationship. X is not the root cause. Yeah. Similarly, if we have got, let's say here, I would say age and experience. They are correlated, isn't it? They looks like more the experience, more the age. This is typically you'll see that there's a relationship, means experience determines the age. Or another example could be production and machine downtime. Downtime is higher, production is lower. Downtime is responsible. But suppose if this is the case, downtime is whatever, the production is also follows whatever. That means downtime is not the real responsible factor for the production, something else. Maybe the raw material, maybe the demand, market demand, something else is the problem, not the downtime. So based on the data, you will make those decisions. Okay, that's what a black belt does. So let me show you maybe one graph or two graphs here. Let me see recruitment time and let's say approval time. Are they related? Yeah, they are related. Means if I reduce the approval time, I need to do something about the approval process. And I will reduce the recruitment time. But what about the assessment time? Should I act on that also? Assessment time is continuous data. Recruitment time is continuous data. So again, I can make a scatter plot, see the relationship. And yes. Oh, there's no relation. Means assessment time could be anything. Recruitment time is following some other. They're not related. Means something else is more impacting on recruitment time rather than assessment time. So this is how you analyze the data. So you have got these tools, different tools available, which you learn to validate the data. You can do a regression analysis on this. You can do hypothesis tests on it. All of these we learn in our training programs. Once you find the root cause, these are some rules which I was talking about. Anyway, as a yellow belt, you don't have to worry about them. But these are the rules, what type of chart you should be using. You can analyze all the data in the world once you know this. You can join my interactive live training session. The recording is available for lifetime access. 2 projects we will be doing in the class. And those who are interested, they can express their interest. Now, in the improve phase, we attack the root causes. We follow the rules of brainstorming again. And once you can have 635 techniques, the video is given to you. They also used FMEA. You can use FMEA, failure modes and effects analysis. The video link is given to you for that. It has got 2 million views. Please view that. I strongly recommend that FMEA video should be viewed by you. Then we generate ideas, and for each root cause, we have got ideas. That's what they did. This company did. Validated root causes, not every. Only the root causes, not all causes. Because if you act on all causes, you will not generate that impact. So very few root causes, they made an implementation plan. After implementation plan, they implemented it. And once they implemented, they reduced the recruitment cycle time, and they were able to control for a long time by putting some control actions in place. So before it was 50, now it became 20/60s. So something like this. This is statistical improvement. The CEOs would love to see this graph. This is real improvement. Yeah? Control limits have changed. That is known as the real improvement. And that is what a statistically significant improvement in Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt, Black Belts are able to achieve. Well, let us quickly run a game. Green belt. Inputs to a process are called. Can you give an answer? Input to a process are called what? X or Y, out of scope, or gauge R and R? Yes, it is X. Absolutely. Output of a process is what? Output of a process is what? Just what the customer sees. Yeah, anyway, lack of time, I will not be doing much. It has been good performance by everyone. And now you have reasons to collect the data. Very large data can also be handled in few clicks. And would you like to become the most valuable person in the company by applying process improvement statistical tools? Please put a question, poll. Please put the poll here. So if you are interested, I'll be happy to, connect with you. And you can call me also. I've got multiple numbers in every country. UK, Australia, India, Saudi Arabia, UAE. I've got all the numbers as well. Feel free to connect with me. And if you are interested, I'll be sending you all the details, and you can join my training program. The dates, if you are interested to know, I'll tell you the dates also. So you can answer this question. Yeah. So if you are a green belt or a black belt or a master black belt, you'll get rid of inability to do anything when you face a problem. You'll not depend on the job. You can be independent, self-employed person. Confidently, you can walk into any organization and say that I can improve their processes. Yeah. You'll be able to reduce the cost, improve the quality, become a problem solver, and also consult your own organization. So that's what you can achieve. And most welcome to attend my training program. So these are the dates available for my training programs. You can always go ahead and join me. You can register for the training program also. We will just tell you, there are some good discounts available today and tomorrow. If you register, there are some great discounts available. We'll be happy to give you those discounts. If you're registering today and tomorrow, definitely you'll be joining my program. We have got multiple trainers. Everyone is great. But if you register with giving this link, clicking on that link, which is given here, you'll be joining my program. We are all accredited by different bodies. So certificate to give it to you is valid throughout the world. Okay. So that's important for you to understand. So we have a combo offer. Now we have got excellent discounts available, much more than what is given here if you register today and tomorrow. So you can just go ahead and register with us. In your currency, if you can tell us which dates you are, which country you are from. So we will give you the fees in your currency as well. So the exchange rates, everything will be different. So depending on the country, we can give you the fees as well. And these are some of the upcoming free webinars. You can join us. And the dates, we have given the dates also. Dates of our upcoming training programs. Did we show the dates? The fees you can write to us, and we'll give you excellent discounts. Yeah. Did we show the dates of our training program? So we have got 4 batches. You can join either morning batch, 2 or 2 hours every day. We do in the morning, weekdays, not on weekend, weekdays. And the evenings also weekdays, 2 hours. If you want to join weekend training program, weekend training programs we have got on Saturdays and Sundays, or Friday, Saturday. Friday, Saturday for KSA, Saudi Arabia, and Saturday, Sunday for rest of the world. So these are the different batch timings which are available. You can always join any batch, either morning batch, evening batch, or Saturday, Sunday. And you can also join all the batches. You can attend any number of times. Once you register with us, you can attend in future any number of times our training. Whenever you want, after 2 years also, you want to revise, you can feel free. There's no additional charges for that. You will also get an app. In the app, you can watch all the videos. All the trainings will be recorded. It will be the training will be live, of course, but all the videos also will be given to you. So, and this video of this program also will be given to you. It is on YouTube. Link will be sent to you if you are interested. And yeah, so please join us. And I'm looking forward to meet you. If you have any questions related to certification link is also given here. If you have any questions related to how to register, our team is there to help you. I will leave you with some of the videos. Let's say we can show the theme park video, or in general other videos. Over to you, my team members. Some videos of different companies, some other different industries. So next, if you are interested in waiting for half an hour more, we can always show you multiple industry applications, etc. So over to you. And thanks a lot for attending our training program. My team is there to answer your question, all the administration related questions. Thanks a lot, and see you soon. I'm waiting for you to register for my training program, and see you in my training program very, very soon. Thank you.
The world we have created is the product of our own thinking, and we cannot improve the world without improving our thinking. The long-term chronic problems of manufacturing companies like low productivity, lower machine efficiency, high rework, high inventories, high product wastage can't be solved using only experience, logic, and intuition. You might be a good operations person, a good engineer, or an excellent operator, but you need to have basic knowledge and understanding of some problem solving and process improvement tools too. Here is how Lean Six Sigma can improve your processes in manufacturing. Lean Six Sigma is defined as a business improvement method that aims to maximize the shareholders' value by improving the quality, speed, customer satisfaction, and reduce the costs. It merges tools and principles from both Lean and Six Sigma to do this. It has become the most popular business strategies for deploying continuous improvement in the manufacturing industries. With its help, you can make sure that only essential steps remain in a process. The moment I say Lean Six Sigma techniques, high quality, low cost, increased profits, and customer satisfaction should automatically come to your mind. It is very rightly said that machines are mere pieces of metal if they cannot be made efficient. Lean Six Sigma helps you to do this. What is the core of Lean Six Sigma? It's DMAC. Yes. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. It helps you to reduce the existing problems with unknown causes. Here we train the staff of the manufacturing units as the green belts and black belts, and they convert all the problems into improvement projects. So now the difficulties become opportunities. Then they complete these projects and get certified. It's a win-win for both the organization and the employees. Now, how does Lean Six Sigma decrease the cost? Shijo Shingo said that the most hazardous waste is the waste that we do not recognize. Firstly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on removing the 7 wastes like overproduction, transportation, inventory, etc. from a process. In manufacturing sector, this step can lower the cost of a process by leaps and bounds. Secondly, Lean Six Sigma focuses on solving the problems caused by a process. Here we focus on the processes, not on people, because we believe that 85% of the problems are due to the processes and not due to the people. Defects in your product can cost your organization a fortune, so the focus is on reducing the defects by focusing on the processes. Let me talk about some Lean Six Sigma tools that can be used in manufacturing. Value stream mapping, Kanban, 5S, cause and effect analysis, control charts, DMAC, 5 whys, Kaizen, hypothesis tests, etc., etc., etc. Let us talk about a few. 5S. A well-organized workplace becomes important if you want to eliminate waste and reduce the errors. 5S is the way to do that. Control charts. By understanding the control charts, you can understand the difference between the common causes and special causes. For special causes, you take immediate action, and for common causes, you take long-term actions. Kanban. It is a visualizing tool on maximizing the flow of goods and work without unnecessary inventory or transportation. Then we have 5 whys. Ask why 5 times and you will get to the root cause of the problem. Hypothesis tests. They establish the relationship between the outputs and inputs, and you can get the root cause with 95% confidence. Value stream mapping. It is used for defining and assessing the movement of the raw materials from the beginning of the process to delivery to the customer. It is a way in which the current state of a process is documented and the future state is visualized. If you want in-depth knowledge about all the tools and techniques, you can always join my Lean Six Sigma Green Belt and Black Belt training programs. So that was about Lean Six Sigma in manufacturing. I hope you have got a clear picture about why Lean Six Sigma is so important in the manufacturing industry. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss out on our important updates on the tools and techniques of Lean and Six Sigma and even project management. Happy learning!
Hi, I'm Anexas Master Black Belt Amitabh Saxena, and let me talk about importance of Lean and Six Sigma in healthcare. Lean Six Sigma concepts are used in industries all over the world to improve a process, eliminate waste, and reduce defects. In the healthcare industry, defects not only affect revenue and customer satisfaction, but they signify the difference between life and death. Lean Six Sigma is critically important in healthcare because it helps in reducing defects that can result in medical errors. There are so many challenges in the healthcare industry, like an aging population, shortage of workers, increasing litigation, and many more that require long-term improvement. Because healthcare industry deals with saving lives, errors cannot be accepted at any cost. So, how does Lean Six Sigma really help? With the help of Lean Six Sigma, you can shorten the waiting times in hospitals. The lesser the people wait, the efficient the hospitals will become. Reduce medication errors and even try to completely eliminate them. Improve turnaround time for lab results. Provide better care at lower costs, ensure that the medical staff makes fewer errors, reduce mortality rates, improve patient care, improve quality, and improve overall patient experience. How can you do that? By training the staff as green belts and black belts and allowing them to do improvement projects. Lean Six Sigma training and certification in healthcare provides the tools needed to address the challenges at various levels. It is a time for the healthcare industry to utilize Lean Six Sigma methods to its fullest and drastically change the healthcare industry for the better. Don't you want to be a part of the industry where patients are happier, physicians want to work for you, the cost is as low as possible, and at the same time efficiency is high? If your answer is yes, then Lean Six Sigma is your choice. We have implemented Lean Six Sigma in more than 25 hospitals worldwide, including ministries of health of 4 countries, and we can help you too.
Can Lean and Six Sigma be applied to occupational health and safety? The answer is yes. How? By addressing safety in the tactical and strategic planning. Now, what do I mean by that? See, every organization has got a vision for safety, to enhance the safety, to reduce the lost time accidents, to reduce the injuries, and of course the associated pain with injuries. Now, these are the results organization wants. Rather than focusing on the results, why not focus on the processes and inputs? There's a tool called SIPOC, Supplier Input, Process, Output and Customer. So rather than just focusing on the output, that is improving the safety, which is important too, you have to focus on the processes and inputs, which is writing the proper standard operating procedures, building safety into the design of the project, and taking care when you write the specifications of the materials so that the result is enhanced safety. By using Lean and Six Sigma, you can improve the safety audit process by reducing the time taken to complete the audits, by reducing the time taken to close the non-conformances, and also, in fact, reduce the non-conformances themselves. This will address the needs of all the stakeholders and create a holistic and integrated approach towards managing safety.
Happy learning! Thanks for taking out time to watch this video. To learn more, check out our other videos. Link is given in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and have a great day. For more information you can write to us on co@anexas.net.
How can Lean and Six Sigma be used in IT? I have implemented Lean and Six Sigma in many IT organizations, and each of them have given different benefits. But three benefits have been common to all organizations, and they are improvement in customer satisfaction, reduction of costs, and reduction of cycle times and project delivery times. When applied to IT operations, Lean Six Sigma aims to measure and improve both internal processes such as network speed and reliability, and external processes like server response time, etc. Other projects which I have executed in IT industries are reduction of defect density and reduction of issues, on-time project delivery, reduction of rework, improvement of IT help desk services by reducing both time and errors. Lean Six Sigma also helps you to quantify the benefits of IT projects which are implemented within the organization. The Lean Six Sigma tools also help you to improve IT support services. How do we do that? By training the staff of IT companies to use Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques and apply DMAC methodology, that is define, measure, analyze, improve and control. They convert the improvement opportunities in the company to Lean Six Sigma projects and complete them to achieve their certifications as green belts and black belts. So they identify the opportunities, they convert them into the projects, and these employees, after applying Lean Six Sigma tools and techniques, improve the process and get certified. So it's a win-win situation. Lean Six Sigma helps to integrate the process excellence in an IT organization's culture to achieve CMM level 5 too. Now you may ask, strategically, what is the impact on IT organizations after implementing Lean and Six Sigma? My answer would be, Lean Six Sigma improves the efficiency of your business and processes, improves the quality of the services you provide, increases the return on investment, improves workforce productivity, and reduces the project completion times. Overall, it helps the organization to deliver faster and more accurate results. To give you examples, some of the tools which have yielded excellent results are use of FMEA. It has resulted in identifying the mistakes and also preventing those mistakes from occurring. Use of control charts have helped many organizations to find the special causes and appropriately take action on it. And then identifying the difference between the common causes and special causes, these organizations have been able to take long-term improvement projects. Kano model has been used to classify the customer requirements into must-haves, good to have, and nice to have, and that has also helped the voice of customer conversion to CTQ, the critical to quality characteristics, the important characteristic, what the customer is looking for. 5 whys, it has helped many organizations to get to the root causes of many issues. So what are you waiting for? Get your Lean Six Sigma certification from Anexas right now. As they say, better late than never. There are so many stakeholders in construction industry: the customer and the users of your building or construction, the project organization, the contractors, and the staff at the construction site. Lean has something for everyone. Of course, our primary objective is to satisfy the customers, both external and internal, so you can reduce the project delays and quality defects in your organization. You can improve the safety of the employees at the construction site, reduce the inspection times and non-compliances, drastically cut down on the rework resulting from errors. We have even reduced the architectural designing time in many cases to almost 50% of the original time by eliminating the wastes in the process. Once a process has been perfected with the lean methods, there are safeguards as well as checks and balances put into place to ensure that this efficiency continues through the life of a building or structure that has been constructed. In this particular industry, errors mean danger and extremely costly rework using expensive raw materials. So taking the time to eliminate errors before they happen is crucial to the success of any company specializing in constructing any type of building or dwelling. If a construction company is looking to minimize defects, then Lean course can really help the bottom line and make a huge difference. You can even combine it with Six Sigma and make it Lean and Six Sigma implementation to take the advantage of statistical tools also. The employees take up improvement projects after getting trained as green belts and black belts. They focus on identifying and eliminating any unnecessary waste in that particular system. This is one aspect of Lean certification methodology that creates great demand for certified professionals, especially true in the construction industry. A specialized Lean certification in construction will give the employees the tools they need to improve the quality of whatever they are building. Lean is a skill set that all of the leading construction companies in the world know to invest in when it comes to hire their employees. Because this eliminates the errors and also improves the quality, customers start to take notice and become loyal to the brand, knowing that they will always be able to get the best possible building at the lowest possible prices. Companies who utilize Lean methods know the importance of quality, and the quality of their employees are at the top of the list. Certified employees are a resource that construction companies are willing to invest in. This is why salaries of certified individuals are on an average significantly more than the non-certified colleagues. This also improves the overall corporate culture within a construction company. Because of the certified individuals, everyone knows their role and expectations within the company and exactly how teams need to work together to bring about the positive changes. Do share this video with your friends in construction industry and let me know on what topic I should make my next video. I am a Lean and Six Sigma certified Master Black Belt, have implemented Lean in many construction industries and would like to invite you to my Lean construction training programs.